Hello everyone, this is our WebQuest celebrities talking about humanitarian or social causes, and we are group number 20 and we will be working with Usher. First of all, in our video we can see Usher, who is at the Amnesty International Art Show in New Orleans in December 2015. He's giving a speech on people suffering from social injustice within our system and also being mistreated by those in power. He mentions how important knowledge and education are for us to understand our history. Usher also tells the artists that they have to use their voices everywhere they can. He expresses his idea that all artists present have to unite and use their power to spread the word and condemn all the unfair situations. Then we are mentioning some of the features of American English pronunciation that Usher uses that differ from British English pronunciation. Some of them are the following. The pronunciation of the word ask. He produces the frontal vowel sound a instead of the back open sound a. So he pronounces ask instead of ask. Then he produces the unrounded back open vowel a instead of the rounded back open vowel o. So he pronounces whatever instead of whatever. In the case of the word most, he pronounces it with the diphthong O instead of the typical British diphthong O. So he says most instead of most.
Okay, so this is the case of verticity, the most noticeable characteristic of general American English. He pronounces the final post-alveolar approximant er, therefore the pronunciation is more. This is an instance of elision of the voiceless alveolar plosive t after the alveolar nasal n. He pronounced this word as important. In this word, there is lesion of the palatal semivowel y, followed by the long u. In addition, there is also rhoticity. The approximant is pronounced after the schwa. He pronounced this word as opportunity. And then we have another instance of rhoticity. The post-alveolar approximant is pronounced in final position. 4.
Don't. The speaker elides the voiceless alveolar plosive because it's following an alveolar nasal in non-prominent position. Tweeter. This is a case of rhoticity, that is the pronunciation of the post-alveolar approximant following a vowel in the same syllable, in this case, the central vowel schwa. Social. This is a case of phonemic difference. The starting element of the diphthong on the first syllable is produced with the back vowel o instead of the central vowel schwa. Reality. The alveolar plosive is articulated as a flap, one tapping of the tongue against the alveolar ridge, as it appears in the intervocalic position. This is called flapping or tapping.
So the next word is go. In this case we have a different diphthong, since in the early 20th century British speakers began to pronounce this diphthong as go, with a more centralized pronunciation. And this is because it's easy for the tongue to articulate two sounds with a similar point of articulation. So as we said, a British speaker would pronounce it as go, whereas speakers of general American English would pronounce it as go. The next word is paintings. In this case we have elision of the alveolar plosive t, since it follows the alveolar nasal and it is in a non-prominent position. So we would pronounce it as paintings instead of painting. But not least, we have the word computer. This is a case of flapping or tapping, and this happens when the alveolar plosive t is articulated as a flap, and you may say, okay Luca, what is a flap? So a flap or tap is a single strike of the tongue against a hard palate. It's similar to what us Spanish native speakers known as are, for instance in the word pero. And it appears in intervocalic position and between voiced sounds in non-prominent contexts. So British speaker would pronounce it as computer, whereas as we said before, a general American English speaker would pronounce it as computer. So that was all. Thanks for watching the video.